Okay guys, here we go. We're going to take a look at a couple of these problems. Circle problems, equations of circles and likes, okay? We're going to let GeoGebra help us out, but then we're going to do some of it algebraically as well as we should be able to, okay? So, for the circle with diameter endpoints at 0, 8, and 6, negative 6, find its equation. So, okay, so what I did is I went over here to GeoGebra, okay? And I plotted up those points. There's 0, 8, okay? And there is our point at 6, negative 6, okay? And what I want is there's a circle that has those, okay? Which means I need to look at a few things. So that means there's the diameter goes through those points, okay? The diameter goes through those points. And so what I want is, what good is the diameter unless I can draw the circle? So what I need is the midpoint of the diameter. So I use my midpoint tool, okay? And there it tells me that the midpoint is at 3, 1. The midpoint is at 3, 1. And now that I have the midpoint, I can construct a circle. So draw my circle with that as my center, reaching out to either one of these points, okay? And ask the GeoGebra as to what is this equation. So again, I come over here, show label, show the value, and it tells me right here that the equation of that circle is x minus 3 plus y minus 1, the quantity squared is equal to 58. So that confirms the fact that this point, 3, 1 is our center point, okay? So that's confirmed, all right? Because that's in the equation. Now what about our radius, okay? Well, our radius is the distance from point C to either A or B, so I can certainly ask what is that length, okay? Of course, I want to measure that length, okay? And that should be in there as well, okay? Where's my measuring tool? I'm sorry. Okay, so from C to B is 7.6, which I bet you is 58, is 7.6 is 58, 8 when you square it. Okay, 7.6 squared is 58. So let's go back and see what we have to do on that problem to get the same answers, okay? So, okay, here we are. We're going to have to pull up my pen here at the present, okay? So we work this out and reason it out that, okay, what we want is the midpoint between A and B, okay? So the midpoint, of course, would be the radius. So it would be the center, okay? And that, of course, is 0 plus 6 over 2, comma, 8 plus a negative 6 over 2, and this is 0, looks like a 6, okay? So the midpoint, which is the center, is, okay, 6 over 2, which is 3, and 8 plus a negative 6 is 2 over 2, which is 1. So that confirms that the center is 3 comma 1, okay, no surprise there. And of course, I'm going to my equation in the circle, which is x minus h, the quantity squared, plus y minus k, the quantity squared, is equal to r squared. Of course, where the center is given by h and k, and r is equal to the radius. So we've just found h and k. This is h comma k. Now, of course, all we have to do is find r. So r would be the distance from 3, 1 to either one of our. So r is equal to the distance between the center at 3 comma 1 and either A or B. So let's just choose 0, E, since I have one coordinate equals 0. So then I use my distance formula, which of course is, x1, x1, y1 tag those so we don't forget. X2, Y2. And of course the distance formula is x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. And of course when I put those values in, I get x minus 0, that's 3 minus 0, so that's 3 squared, plus 1 minus 8, or 8 minus 1, which is 7 squared, okay? And so that's equal to the square root of 49 and 9, 9 plus 49, which, lo and behold, is equal to the square root of 58. Now, r is equal to 58, which means r is equal to the square root of 58, which means r squared is just 58. So then there comes my equation. X minus the first coordinate, which is 3x minus 3, the quantity squared, plus y minus the y coordinate, which is 1, the quantity squared, is equal to r squared, and r is equal to radical 58, so r squared is just 58, and lo and behold, that should be identical to the equation that GeoGebra found for us. So using GeoGebra, not a big deal, okay? Using the algebra shouldn't be a big deal either. You can work with them back and forth to help out the cost. Okay, so that'll do it for this. We'll come back in another video to another problem.